Hi, I'm Donna Edwards. Thanks so much for joining me today. You know, over the course of this campaign, as we get to the later days, we're working up to early vote June 14th to the June 21st, and then, of course, Election Day is June 26th. During this campaign, a lot of issues have come up as I've talked with seniors and citizens, teachers, workers all throughout the county. And so I want to have a conversation today about some of those things. You know, I've centered this campaign around four basic concepts: innovation, development, education, and accountability. And so let's have a conversation about that. I believe that we have an innovation corridor in this county that is anchored by Goddard Space Flight Center and NOAA and Bowie State University and University of Maryland College Park, but also the University of Maryland University College and Prince George's Community College. And so we actually have an anchor, a foundation for creating jobs for the 21st century that are centered around how we innovate. But the way to do that is to make sure that we have an education system that works. And we've had wide-ranging conversations about our education system, about the need to strengthen our pre-K to 12 education system so that we're really creating young people who are prepared to go into the economy, go on to community college or on to a four-year institution or vocational and training program so that they can participate in this 21st century economy. I believe that we can do that by increasing teacher pay so that we're retaining and recruiting the best and brightest teachers, making sure that we lower class size so that we increase academic performance, and then of course getting rid of bureaucracy so that we are putting money not at the executive levels but right down there in the classrooms where our students deserve. And that will put us in a position to grow our economy and develop here in Prince George's County in a way that's smart, that's built around our transportation infrastructure, that makes sure that we're really investing in communities where we want to create jobs, have mixed income housing, and continue to develop in the smartest way possible. And of course, we have to have accountability and transparency at every level of government to do that, whether that's accountability in our education system or through our procurement processes so that we're investing in small businesses who hire locally. We deserve to know where our tax dollars are going and that we're using them the most efficiently. You know, another issue that's come up in the course of this campaign around transportation has to do with the Maglev project. You know, I actually first came to know this project as a member of the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee during my time in Congress. At that time, I came to know what was a concept. It actually surprised me when, at the end of the Obama administration, millions of dollars were actually given to the state of Maryland and then awarded to explore this concept. As I've traveled around the county, it's really clear to me that the project that I knew as a concept is actually not really great for us as a community. Number one, the amount of transportation dollars that are precious resources that would have to be spent on the Maglev, the disruption to communities, the disruption to our natural resources, I think really challenges us with this project. If you think about the transportation needs here in Prince George's County, things like expanding our bus system, developing around our metro stations, making sure that our roads and our overpasses are safe and developed, those things really weigh in the interest of Prince George's County and could consume far fewer dollars than investing our resources in a concept for the Maglev project. And so I want to be really clear about that because I have a real vision and experience in transportation, and I want to make sure that we're using every transportation dollar effectively and efficiently in Prince George's County, and I don't believe the Maglev does that. And I will tell you, I have been really greatly educated by community leaders, by advocates about the pros and the cons. I've met with the Maglev developers and their representatives, and this is what brings me to this conclusion. Let's invest our transportation dollars the way that is going to be the most effective for those of us who live and work here in Prince George's County. You know, another subject that's come up a lot is around our seniors, transportation for our seniors, resources for our seniors, the fact that they're struggling to meet their bills because the cost of living and the increases that they get in Social Security really don't match their own personal economy. And so as your next county executive, my plan is to make sure that we are valuing and protecting our seniors, that we have mixed income communities that don't displace our seniors. And I know that that's what they're worried about, and they want a county executive that's going to be on the side of seniors. You know, I've actually seen some interesting materials out there, and they tell you about my age. Well, I'm 59 years old. I've lived in Prince George's County for 35 years. I've raised my son here. He's almost 30 years old now, and I really love and value this county, and I've put a lot into my work and experience in Congress, my work, of course, before I even came to Congress, advocating for our communities. I'm very proud. I live actually over at National Harbor in Oxon Hill, and you know how I came to live here is fighting for this project and making sure that we had residents who lived here and invested in National Harbor, making certain that we created good jobs for the people who work here at National Harbor and who contribute to our economy. And of course, having amenities that were attractive to make the National Harbor project a project that we could all be proud of. I want to see that kind of advocacy on the behalf of the people of Prince George's County and with me as county executive, so that we hold every single developer accountable so that they're paying their fair share, so that we can meet our responsibilities for education, for social services, and of course for our transportation infrastructure. Look, it has been a joy and a pleasure to get around Prince George's County and get to learn and know the different concerns of different communities. But I'll tell you what we all share. We all share a love of this county. We want to see this next generation do better than the last generation. We want to invest in their education and creating good jobs for them. And we want a county that embraces all of us through our diversity in this county, so that no matter what your income level is, that there is a place for you to live in a way that's affordable so that you can invest in your own family and your future. And so let me just say that as we move toward early voting, June 14th to June 21st, and Election Day on June 26th, we have a really important decision to make about the leadership, about the guidance, about the future of Prince George's County. And I look forward to representing you as your next county executive here in Prince George's County. Thank you very much.